Good evening, mentorship program. I'm trying to fix my camera so you can see me better. I pray that you all are doing well. Trying to fix this camera. There we go. While I had a moment, I wanted to stop in and say welcome to the Lincoln Ministries and Training Academy mentorship program. This is, of course, our second round. We had a mentorship program on last year, and that went well. Um, we had a few students for that, and so I'm grateful that I have you two right now. Hopefully, we'll get more. We have Katera, who is from New Orleans, and then we have Adrena, who's originally from Philadelphia by way of North Carolina. And I'm so glad that both of you thought it not a robbery to pray, to consider me to be your mentor. If you want to know what this entails, there is a description there on the Google Classroom. So if you have not taken a moment to look at that, please do. I know you saw there was this picture there that said, I have a mentor, now what? And so I would want you to expect helping you set goals for every quarter. Because I feel like sometimes when you do yearly, sometimes it makes you feel discouraged or set back if you don't reach it, within that year. Whereas quarterly makes you feel like, okay, this is something that's attainable within the next 4 months. This is something I can do. Now we may do a vision board at one point, which is like just for futuristic ideas, period, with no time stamp. Because I don't want you to feel pressured trying to get things done. I want you to do it at your pace and at the pace that you feel that God has want you to set concerning your ministry goals, your personal goals, your family goals, and all of that. So also, if you have not done so already, I know Sister Drina, you've already done it. But Sister Katera, if you have time, please definitely go and get the Can Factor book when Can is not an option, the Can Factor quarterly planner, and then also get the Can Factor devotional. All three are on Amazon. I always tell people I prefer you to buy it from Lulu Bookstore, and I can definitely put that link in there as well. Or you can definitely go to my link tree, and I believe you can get them there as well and go through that way. So either way is fine. So again, Linktree, Lulu Bookstore, or Amazon, whichever is more feasible for you. Because of course taxes and fees are different depending on where you buy it from. All right. The reason I say you need this is because the devotional is going to keep you, on target. Even if you got to read it 5, 10, 15 times during the year just to keep you posted over and over and over again, that'll be great. That's what that's for, to keep you focused. When you feel like you're getting off focus, read a devotional. It's going to put you back where you need to be. The reason for the planner is because, like I said, we're going to be talking about goals, financial goals too. I forgot to say that earlier. We're going to be talking about that. And of course, spiritual goals, relationship goals, all of that is going to be talked about. Because in my book, The Can Factor, this is my first book. It is remastered. If you see the original one with the man on the front, people really love that one. But after so many years, I decided it's time to revise this, only because some things were put in the last chapter that I needed to shift around from the first time, and just teachable moment for relationship purposes. Unless it is something that you have grown from or something you know is solid, please, please, please. If you guys ever desire to write a book, do not put that in your book. Just relationship 101 and business 101. Unless it's something you've learned from and you're trying to help others out of it, which you'll see that in another book I've got to finish by next year. It's supposed to be out this year, but as you know, I've had like different deaths and different things going on, so I'm not trying to overload myself. But we're going to get that relationship book out by next February, right? So you see, I already have a goal for myself. Now, that's kind of like a yearly goal for me more than it is a quarterly goal. But I'm going to show you how to get to that point. It's just I don't want you all to start out at a yearly point because you're just starting in the mentorship program. However, I'm doing that because, I work, I do the mentorship program. I do the clergy program. I do the adjutancy. Sometimes I do Bible study. Sometimes I have to preach. Sometimes I have to train. Then I have my graphics business, and I have several moving pieces with that. I'd rather do funeral graphics all day rather than flyers. Sometimes, depending on what it is. Um, Books, I love doing books for people though, especially if you already have your interior together. Let me just get your exterior together. I'll help you get it out there. Just give me that part. I love it. But my strong suit is funeral graphics. I love doing that for families, giving them peace, everything like that. But nevertheless, that's just showing you I'm bivocational. All right. It's good to have several different pots when it comes to the financial piece. And that's something else I wanted to get you guys on, because the good thing about both of you two guys, you all, is last time I had a mentorship program. One of the ladies that was in there, she was from Florida. And so she was a, what do you call it, a hairstylist. She had been doing that for years, but she also had another job. So she had a business. Now I have you guys, which Katera, of course, you have a juicing business, you have a cooking business, which is great. And then Adrena, you have an event planning business. And you also have a retail business where you sell different tumblers and cups. So I feel like this will give you all a better perspective when it comes to finances, how to budget, how to better manage your time. Time management is everything. And I have to get that book out ASAP. It's a book I had posted a while back, and it was called Don't Melt. Fun fact, Sister Adrena, Sister Katera, if you don't follow our ministry page, you're more than welcome to do that if you desire. But this month, I named our series, though Pastor Clay is preaching it, Lessons from the Ice Cream Shop. And the idea sparked from my book, Don't Melt. And so I haven't put it out yet, but I am going to put it out because it's about time management. So we just started July. I'll say, just to be fair, I'm going to try to get it out by the end of July because I have a lot of books to get out. And I do mean a lot, like yesterday. Okay. So I am definitely on top of time management there. Last but not least, so the book, The Can Factor. So I already told you what to do with the quarterly planner. I believe I posted it in Google Classroom a while back, but I know Katera is just getting in. Sister Adrena, if you will, in our, what is it called? Our Google Classroom, excuse me, my mind went blank for a second, but in our Google Classroom, if you would put what your quarterly goals are that I had you do, we're going to put it up as a discussion question. Then that way, you can type it in there. And Katera, you just follow suit. Okay. You can see how she did hers, but when you get ready to do yours, put yours there as well, okay? Because I want to be able to better guide you. And then I'm going to have one-on-ones with you all. So it won't just always be live like this. This is more so for encouragement, for tips and different things. I'm going to try to keep it on first and third Wednesdays because, like I said, I know you all work. I know you all have businesses. And then, I know, Katera, you've been like me. You've been experiencing a lot of deaths. I've been watching your page for the past few years. So I know you definitely understand. Adrena, I know you lost your father a few years ago. So I know you definitely understand that. So I never want you all to feel overwhelmed. I'm not going to do this as a every week thing. But I do want you to tell me, and I'm going to put this in there as well, how many touch bases would you all like a month just for me to check in with you, because everybody is different. And these are for your one-on-one sessions. What I'll do is go inside my link tree and add that in there. And I believe it gives you a Google Meet for Calendly, excuse me. And it'll send you that link and tell you how long it is. It'll be about 30 minutes or so, just so I can check in with you all as well, because I want to make sure I am touching you guys as a mentor, because a lot of people call themselves mentors and they just do videos. They never personally check in with you. That's not what this is. I want to know what's going on in your life, not to get in your business or anything, but just so I can better guide you. All right. So I'm not asking you to tell me everything, but at least tell me what you need help on. Because, for example, Katera might say, hey, I have my time management down, but I need some help emotionally. I need some help relationship wise. I might need some help spiritually. Or Adrena might come to me and say, hey, Pastor Leka, listen, I did my goals, but I have a lot going on. I need to know how to better set up my goals so I don't feel overwhelmed. I need help with family. You know, your goals may differ between the two of you, and I want to make sure I'm giving you both the best of me. So again, Katera, go ahead and do your quarterly goals for the next 4 months. Now, your months will be different than Sister Adrena's because she did hers for, I believe, back since April. However, yours will be starting from July. Okay. Now, in this book, I had her read chapters 1 through 4. So, Katera, I want you to read chapters 1 through 4 and let me know once you finish it. You can just simply email me. Sorry, I didn't mean to block you guys out. That is Can't versus Can, Naysayers and Becoming Immune to Negativity. Chapter 3 is Taking a Risk. Chapter 4 is Encountering the Revolving Door. Can't versus Can is just kind of getting your feet wet, giving you some encouragement, some motivation, a boost. All right. So you can start back pressing the gas. No brakes. All right. Naysayers, this is to tell you how to block out the wrong people. All right. Taking a risk is saying, okay, I don't understand how financially this is going to work, or this seems far-fetched, God, but I got to step out and do it. Encountering the revolving door is more so with relationships and the similar situations you keep going through, and it's like you're not getting the lesson. It's to help you stop going through that cycle. So I want you to go over that as well. I don't want you guys to go ahead of each other. I want you guys to be around the same space. So let's do this. Adrena, you post what you learned from chapters 1 through 4. And I'd rather you list it like chapter 1. These are the 5 things I've learned, 3 things I've learned. I don't care how many it is. Just list them out. Chapter 1, I learned this, is that, and the other. Chapter 2, I learned this, is that, and the other. Chapter 3, I learned this, is that, and the other. Chapter 4, I learned this, is that, and the other. Just to help Katera out since she's getting her feet wet. And then once she reads those and gets acclimated to our mentorship program, I will definitely allow you guys to like converse in discussion questions and everything like that, because I feel it's better if you guys get better acquainted and do it together. All right. And then also, this is the other thing. You can be in this mentorship program as long as you desire. I don't mind. Now, I do give out a certificate after 6 months of you being in the mentorship program, because during that time, we should have covered everything. Now, Adrena, even though you started in April with your quarterly, we're just now able to get this thing up and moving because so much was going on ministry-wise and business-wise. So with that said, thank you for your patience with me. I want you to think of it as if we're just getting started, because you're doing it together with somebody else. I don't like for people to start a program alone either. I want you to be able to do it with somebody so that you know you're not alone. So that, on those days where, I've seen encouragement and, you're doing your assignments and different things, you may need a little help. You all can bounce off of each other in our Google Classroom and different things like that. Okay. However, Adrena, I want you to be encouraged. Know that your labor is not in vain. Be mindful that people look up to you. All right. And if you have people watching you, that means you have some sort of influence. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is in this season of your life, be mindful of how you flow in your everyday life, because how you flow and how you function will show you whether or not you are attracting the right connections in this season. I hope that makes sense to you. Now, Katera, you on the other hand, my dear, God is saying complete the work. Complete what you've started. Stop talking yourself out of it. Just because it seems huge, and yes, there is a weight, does not mean that you get to stop because you see other people going in the same direction that you're going. Stop saying you're not good enough. Adrena, know your worth. All right. I want you guys to learn on that and reflect on that. Okay. I love you both. I hope this gives you some kind of insight. So, Adrena, your assignment is to do what? Give me a breakdown on chapters 1 through 4 and tell me what you've learned from each chapter. Katera, your job is to get those books. And then once you read those chapters, come in and type those. Adrena, you and Katera's other assignment is to get it in email format and let me know when is a good time frame to reach out to you guys for one-on-ones. Meaning, like, do you want them bi-weekly, kind of like our classes are, right? Meaning every 2 weeks. Do you need them every week? Do you need them once a month? Do you need them every 2 months, every 3 months, every 6 months? How do you want your one-on-ones? Let me know that. All right. And Adrena, I also want you to focus on attitude in this season. Katera, focus on confidence. I'll say it again. Adrena, focus on attitude. Katera, focus on confidence. Okay? And what I want you both to do is journal throughout the week for the next week or so. So from now until next Wednesday. And then I want you to post your journal entry about what you learned and how you're going to apply what you learned about yourself compared to what you've learned in the book. Let me say it that way. And compare it to your attitude and how you've been handling things versus coming through this mentorship program and how you should handle it based on studying your attitude, or Katera, in your case, studying your confidence. What are you going to do differently? How are you going to do it differently? All right. Well, I've got to go back to work, but I did want to keep my word to you all. If you need to go back over this video, you definitely can. I love you all. God bless you. God love you. Again, welcome to Alika Neal Ministries and Training Academy. And again, thank you for trusting me. I do not count it robbery that, again, you chose me. And I pray that I do you justice in this class. And don't forget, tell me what you need out of me as a mentor, spiritually, relationship, financially, whatever it is. All right? Thank you all, and I will be talking to you soon. Have a blessed day.